time heals all wounds. Okay, this may be the biggest myth of them all. Okay, time does not heal all wounds. Grief is cumulative. I have many stories of being at the hospital where I'm spending time with a family who just lost a loved one. And all their conversation is not about the person that had just died. It is about a person who had died 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And they're sharing stories about all of them. And I said, what is going on here? What is happening? I saw it right away, how grief is one of those things that is very close. Grief pushes the past into the present and makes the past the future. Grief is one of those things that time bends. It's not something that exists solely in the past. Time does not heal all wounds. We have to be actionable about this. It's true, though, that we need to take time to grieve. And sometimes timing creates space for us to be able to help support this process. But we also want to recognize that that not taking the time to grieve can lead to chronic grief or complex grief that require much more professional support to help in this situation. Good. Okay, tips to help. You showing up to this event is an amazing process of you and your grief relationship. Actionable steps are extraordinarily important. Reach out to support groups, connect with a grief counselor, purchase the Grief Recovery Handbook or other books that are associated with grief. Actionable steps is important for this. Delaying it and thinking that time will heal and then just compartmentalizing it does not allow grief to work. We got to take actionable steps. And so a lot of this experience that we're talking about, letter writing and naming the emotions, connecting to the collective community for helping with grief are also very actionable steps and associated with this. This is one of my most favorite quotes by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, who is just an absolute pioneer in her work with death and dying. I highly recommend all of her books. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep, loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. Okay, key takeaways. Time does not heal, but it does provide space for when we are courageous to do the healing work. Actionable steps provide the healing. Take healing in doses. Kindness is important. We cannot also achieve healing. That's a very important